Do you know what I need down now? Like slipper boots. I really need. Like, I get really cold feet. I love these nails that I got. I'm gonna order some more. These are like coffee coloured. Spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Cancer's highest good. How is Cancer feeling in the second week of September 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting in? 3 cards for Cancer, first of all, please. Did something turn over then, or? I think it flipped back again, didn't it? Okay, that is conclusive. We've got a combination of the Page of Swords reversed with the Knight of Wands reversed. Ooh, if you put someone on block, you've put someone on block. Because if they're upright, that is being very, very sexually attracted to someone and wanting to date them for sexual reasons. And then Page of Swords is like, you know, curiosity, like I want to get to know this person more. Like, okay, fancy the pants off them, but I'm actually intrigued by like everything about them. Like, are they single? What have they done in their career? Like, what are their hobbies? What are they into? You know, what makes them tick? Like, how are they thought of by like the people around them? That would be like very positive. But this way, it's like see, if that was like that, I could say that it's over the top, like sexual desire, and then, you know, trying to sort of like gather information. But that's like, I don't want to know. I'm blocking someone. I don't want updates on them. And I've lost my desire for this. Maybe you feel like someone treated you like an option, so you're just like, oh, you know, block their ass. Or they hurt your feelings somehow, or let you down somehow. So it's like, oh, if I have an argument with someone, there's not a chance that sex is coming into the equation. Like, not a chance. I don't believe in angry sex. Like, I'll probably like scratch you on something. Just no. 7 of Wands reversed. That's feeling like someone's made a fool of you, like you're a victim, like they took advantage, you weren't in control, you didn't have the high ground. King of Swords is masculine. Oh, what's this as well? The Hermit. Was that there already, or? Oh. Well, either way, there's a need for isolation, contemplation, deep introspection. The answers lie within you. A lot of the time when someone doesn't see your value or doesn't choose to value you, when they treat you like an option, they let you down, they do like a dick move, it's something going on with them, okay? They could be getting operated by someone, they could already be obliged to someone else, they could have issues from childhood that are projecting onto you. It's never really that you're not enough. okay, but of course, it hurts. It hurts us as if we aren't enough. And sometimes we worry, like, why did that happen there? Like, am I choosing bad people? For some reason, guys, there's loads of twos across my screen, like on the amount of time that we've been on, two people and two likes. So check out the angel number 222 or 22 and see what that means. The Hermit card. There's a need to isolate yourself and go inwards. The King of Swords is upright. It's masculine energy with it being a king, and that's about taking control, being logical, being truthful, being a person of integrity, thinking about the community, delivering truth, fairness, justice. It's air energy, okay, like heavy Aquarian energy. And it's all about being a strategist, using intelligence, using facts, using knowledge, being a mentor. Planning phase is long for air signs. They're not spontaneous. They don't make a move, like just like that. By the time this person makes a move, it's been something that's been in the pipeline for like 7 months or something. Do you know what I mean? Or 7 weeks. Like, this person is a planner. They will do all their research. Knowledge is power to a King of Swords. They like information. They're not going to act without the facts, without the truth. And kings, any kind of king, does not move quickly. It's like a very secure person, like very grounded, very, perhaps they've got a big ego, perhaps they've got a lot to lose. Perhaps they enjoy to be wise and think things through and move with intelligence and integrity. It's your card. It's on your side of the spread. So you wish to move with intelligence and integrity, okay? And that means not moving quickly. Someone could have tried to rush you, say you've chopped the ankle, swiped at the horse's ankle to make this Knight of Wands like fall down. Like, no, you don't, mate. They've got the Four of Cups reversed, so they are open to offers of love. They're emotionally available after a period of being emotionally unavailable. They're curious, about a new connection. This person's looking for excitement. They're naively optimistic. They're looking for new love, okay? It's very clear from both of those cards. Right, we've got a combination of the King of Pentacles upright, the King of Wands upright, the Two of Cups reversed, and the Eight of Cups reversed. This person is not going to let go without a fight. They've got two kings on their side. You've got a king on your side. So it's double masculine energy. They're very determined, and they've got the finances to... I don't really like how that is, actually. They've got the finances to do a lot. It's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, earth and fire. It's a relatively new connection, but from two people who are quite mature, quite established. So you could both have really good jobs. You could both work hard, um, be confident, but this person doesn't want to give up. They don't want to let go. They feel like, you two fell in love. But I just feel like they're thinking in a practical sense and in a passionate sense, enthusiastic. You're thinking in a factual, intelligent kind of way, like a strategic kind of way, and you feel at a disadvantage. You feel the need to isolate yourself, and you've really lost like passion and enthusiasm, and you don't want to know. So I just feel like you've been hurt by something. It's like giving me a roundabout kind of what the vibe is there, like that you want to act with logic. Okay, the King of Swords is about logic. It's not about heart. It's head over heart decisions. They are not using their heart either. They're using passion, but also they think you would be a good match, like financially. Okay, so with Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, they are go-getters, and this person thinks you would be a good financial match for them, and so that is boosting their ego. They don't want to give up on this. But there's something that maybe you're just not into it anymore, but you're acting with intelligence, with the facts, with the truth. You're not going to be rushed into anything. You're trying to be logical about something. And it's something fairly new. Because I would say that people are married when they show up as court cards, but for some reason, I don't think you are, because you've got Page of Swords, and they've got Page of Wands. And then you've got Two of Cups. It was like you were dating. And then I feel like they're into it and you aren't. Do you know what I mean? Maybe you're a king because you've got a house, or you've got a great job, or you're just a really like responsible person that's quite mature, and you don't, knights kind of gallivant around, pages stand still and gather information, kings sit and they make slow, assured movements after research with wisdom and with, intelligence. They move slow because they're very secure in themselves. They're very steady. Let's get 3 for the outcome. Okay, these are a combination. So these count as 1. Growth and expansion with the work tools and the 8 of Pentacles, increments of time, money and energy, but we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So we haven't got good luck. There's something that we're trying to work towards, but luck is not on our side when it comes to finances. Judgment reversed and the King of Cups. We've got 4 kings here. But it's like across the two of you, it's so much masculine energy. Each person's trying to be in control. King of Cups is emotional intelligence, and that's upright. Yeah, the ability to forgive, to be patient. Okay. Maybe patience has something to do with it, because we've got working to build and grow financially. There's a lot of outgoings, okay, financially right now. or something isn't ready financially right now, the judgment is ignoring a call to action, and it's because we're trying to be emotionally intelligent, patient, stay calm. I do feel like you're trying to stop yourself from acting too impulsively here. It's head over heart. Let's get 2 more for the outcome. They can feel you like pulling back from this, Cancer. It's making them really restless with the 4 of Swords reversed. This is taking much needed respite, having a break from something. They don't want to do that. They don't want to take a break. They don't want to calm it down, slow it down, wait. They don't want to do that. They feel like you two would make a good, a smart match or whatever. I think they're in a rush to build up, their ego, like their status. Fire signs are very concerned with ego and status. Earth signs like security. They could have earth and fire in their chart. So the last card out is the 8 of Wands, which is progress, fast action, progress, fast communication. There's going to be like swift changes here. You're different kinds of people, which means that you're on very different pages. You're like, we need to do head over heart here. And I've got the patience. To wait till we're both financially ready, or till there isn't lots and lots of outgoings, or there's a better opportunity to do this level up. They're worried that you're not in love with them, and that's why you're not going for this like immediately. But you may just be like, well, what's the rush? If you're waiting to move ahead on something with someone who's fairly new, you're both quite established. To be fair, some people decide to move more quickly when they're older because they just think, well, I haven't got forever and I'm not a kid that needs to ask, parents to like say yes or no, I can go out with someone. Maybe your clock is ticking. But if you're waiting for some sort of Ace of Pentacles, like the right job in the right location, or you're waiting for a promotion or a loan, or I don't know, it seems like you're waiting on something. There will be progress. In the outcome, you've got progress. But I think they're worried that you're trying to, that they're going to lose you. They don't want to lose you. They don't want to lose you. I think they're taking it as that, like, you're not into it or you try to avoid commitment, but you're not. You're just trying to do head over heart for a while. Avoid, being impulsive. And it's to do with money, assets, houses, jobs. Think of all the 3D stuff. It's to do with that. Okay. Why are they in such a rush? Ooh, sneaky snake. Going behind your back, deceitful swindler. I don't like that, do you? If anyone's trying to rush you into anything, that's a massive red flag. Major red flag. If anyone's trying to rush you into any sort of commitment, it's a major red flag. You don't really, you're infatuated for 6 months. You can be in love for the first 2 years, and then after that, it's usually like the 3-year itch for me, like something starts going haywire at like 3.5 years. So I probably wouldn't choose to marry someone until after that. I'm like, if we're still okay after that, okay. Do you know what I mean? And to me, like, getting a house together and stuff like that is really, like, you can rent, can't you? And have a relationship for 3 years and then get a house and get married. But to just go straight into it, like, how many people do you know that have gone straight into getting a house together and then they're having to, like, divide it all? And it's just like, people think they want it because it's linked to status and ego and like, oh, we're getting a house and like I look like a proper grown up and like, you know what I mean? And then suddenly the day before they're supposed to move in, I met so many people now that have been like, we were house hunting and they freaked out, or like the day before we were due to move in, it's all signed and everything. They freaked out and pulled out and we're over. Like, I can't tell you how many people that's happened to that are female, where the guy's fucking freaked out. You can get it the other way though as well, where they're just rushing you down the aisle, rushing you to get pregnant, rushing you to get a house together, because they can't pay the mortgage or they're not able to get a mortgage themselves. And we all do a bit of that, but if they're going to bring pure drama, it's usually after rushing you into some sort of major commitment that can't easily be undone. So if anyone's rushing anything, no. Taming anger. Don't roar in arguments. Respect can heal wounds. They're being a bit sneaky. Don't forget, you can be on a good salary and still have debt. You can be on a good salary and still have addiction. You can be on a good salary and be handsome and still be a cheater. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got to look at the whole picture and know this person is stable. And you're not going to know that in the first 3 to 6 months. You're not going to know that in the first 2 years. Well, sorry, you will know that they're stable in the first 2 years, but you're not going to know if it's just being in love and having a nice relationship. You need to kind of be together for like 3 years or so to know if you're going to stay being in love, or you're going to stay being interested, or they're going to start to like react to life's problems in a way that you totally wouldn't. And you're like, what? How you deal with major things that come up in life is what shows whether you're going to make it through 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. Until major shit comes up, how would you know what you're made of as a couple? Do you know what I mean? It's fine to like be in a relationship for a couple of years, be all loved up and think like, this is me now, but how many people have realised that's not the case, like within another 12 months, within another 2 years? What they might do is they might get arsy with you and argue with you, or get frustrated and angry, impatient, because fire signs can do that. They might start to say things, to like bully you a little bit. Okay, I am a bit worried with this card coming up. There could be someone who presents very well, but they could be someone who has a bad temper, and usually people have a bad temper and they smash things up because you're not playing ball, you're not doing what they need you to do. So I'm a little bit worried by that, to be honest, because we've got sneaky snake and police, and then we've got anger. The truth is more complicated than you think. The stuff you don't know about this person. What you're searching for may not be what you truly want. Fucking hell. I won't touch this with a barge pole, guys. Drop it like a hot rock. Just because your finances improve or you get some sort of offer on something doesn't mean you can't change your mind. If you know, if you secure an agreement for something, you don't have to keep going with it just because a contract has been signed. Yes, it's inconvenient to undo getting a house with someone. Yes, it's inconvenient to undo a pregnancy or inconvenient to undo a marriage. But you don't have to do anything just because you started down a road. If you find out someone's becoming violent or trying to intimidate you or become abusive in any way, sexually, financially, emotionally, physically, you haven't got to keep doing anything. You're not too far down the line. They won't let go easily though. They'll be hanging on to your coattails like there's no tomorrow. But people like this always have multiple, you know, they've probably got 6 or 7 people they cycle around. So don't think that you're special because they picked you. You're probably a functioning person and that's why they picked you, you know what I mean? In which case you're not low value and you're not stupid, but you're stupid to stay in it. Get the fuck out. Look. Playing games. I'm telling you now, we've done 3 zodiac signs so far and they all had really romantic, positive stuff coming out. Actually, sorry, the last one wasn't, was it? The Gemini one was like icky. But these are like, half of these are positive and half are negative. This are playing games. Angry, police, sneaky snake. I don't like it. It's just confirmation after confirmation. The stuff, they're a liar. There's stuff that you don't know about them and what they get up to. And this, that you think that you want something and then you realise that you really fucking don't. Okay. That's what's gonna go down here. Time to ground yourself. I still don't have all the answers, but you don't. I'm in so much pain. Oh, where is me? Going on about themselves and how it affects them. They love to do the victim mindset. I'm telling you now, this is a narcissist. This is a toxic narcissist. They'll be all charming and all lovely and they'll tell you lies to make out like their situation is beautiful. I brought up my son, I have a really good job, I'm friends with everyone, okay? You get involved with them and then they're going around bad mouthing you to everyone saying you're always asking them for money. Other people tell you they're sleeping with other people. They're using prostitutes, they're on drugs, they've got weapons. This person is toxic, guys. They're violent. They'll cry. They'll constantly cry or like ring you up because this is how they keep you engaged, you know, like stop you losing interest or meeting anyone else. It's a sneaky snake. We've got 5 cards telling us that. You need to teach people how to treat you by being clear on what you will or won't allow. Guys, like, I'm very worried about this one. You're either going through this right now or you're going to be going through this right now, but they're not going to let go easily. They're really not. Narcissists do something called hoovering, so they will use their friends, their family, their own children, their own parents, their siblings, step-siblings, neighbours, fucking people in the local village or town. They will get other people who seem like, lovely, normal people that you like. Well, if they like him or if they like her, maybe they're not totally bad, or we did have really good time together. These people, I can't get away from this person because they have to be involved with them somehow. They're in their immediate environment and they can't get away from this person. Okay, so this person is someone who's likely been to prison before and hasn't told you. Because remember, it said the secrets that you don't know about. They're a sneaky snake. They're a liar. They're violent. They're very manipulative. Okay, they'll cry. They'll like tell you sob stories and it'll be fucking made up shit. They'll twist it. They'll tell you what happened, but they'll swap the characters around. They're always the victim. They will flat out lie about their circumstances, flat out lie about addictions, flat out lie about criminal records, flat out lie about who it was that didn't bring up the child or why they weren't around. Okay, it's because they were serving time. Like, this is a no good person. It's a gold digger. They could have a good job, but it doesn't matter if they're still using up your money. Okay, you can have a narcissist that has a really good job and they earn a lot of money, but they're burning through drugs, prostitutes, gambling, they're reckless with money, and they want yours. They want your money. You can have a really good job and have massive debt, massive addiction, you can have loads of stuff. You could just have this, dark side in you that wants to get one over people, that loves to lie, that loves to get away with stuff. It's a very insidious person. I don't like it. Get away from it, okay? Whatever you need to undo it. And undo it quickly. Because you'll get dragged into whatever they're doing that's illegal. Of course, you can get out of this. You can definitely still get out of this, okay? Whatever it is that's being done can be undone. What you're gonna have to do to get rid of a narcissist is go cold turkey with anyone, and I mean it, anyone that is associated with them, whether they're just a friend of theirs, whether they're a family member, even if that person you get on really well with them. I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to. It's like a cancer. It is like a cancer, and they want to believe that that person's going to change, and they want to, help them no matter how many times they screw them over. They won't know the depth of all the lies that are being told. The narcissist that I had wasn't just telling lies about me, they were lying to me about every one of the people in their life, people that gave birth to them, people that they fathered. They were like breaking all kinds of laws. They were sponging off everyone, even though they had like a good job. And you just wouldn't believe, honestly. You would not believe. There's no boundaries whatsoever. No truth. Everything's twisted. And this person could be so charismatic, so romantic, so poetic, so thoughtful. It was like very love bomby. So you're so confused and like blinded at the beginning, and it's not stupid. It's usually when you're in a really vulnerable place and this like person swoops in and they're really handsome or like, a kind of way. And then they're just like, I want to take care of you. We're going to have the best life together. Only like, you just can't believe your luck, Um, it's not a good person. My God, they've got a dark side, and it's darker than you can imagine. Unfortunately, when they're exposed, and it's normally someone that knows them that exposes them to you because they recognise that you're a good person and you haven't got on to what this person's doing and what they're actually about, you'll feel betrayed on many different levels because you'll find out just what this person's been saying about you, doing to you, doing to other people. Mine had a warrant out for his arrest and had already served time and I didn't know. And I can't tell you how many family meals were had, or how many times he'd been around my nephews, or how many times I'd gone and visited him and his family and his best friends and his cousins and everyone was so happy for us, and no one told me. No one told me that he had a record and that he had an active warrant out for his arrest. People, people protect. They protect people like this because they've grown up with them, because they've got memories of them, because they're obliged to them, because they come back like a bad penny, when they cry and they need help and they need money and they need somewhere to live. They gave birth to them, whatever, like they can't. He'd actually like, oh, it's so bad, like he'd lost all the money from his dad's business. He like did a runner with it and stuff. It's really, really bad. Herbs, nature's gifts are abundant. Utilise herbs for healing and for magic. Okay. You may want to, put herbs in food. You may want to grow them in your garden. You may want to put essential oils into a diffuser. Or it may be like, like bath soaps and bath salts and things like that are very like herby. Aftershaves, perfumes, just to have that aroma. Hand creams, the essential oils, and some of those are really potent, and just to smell it. I've got a pillow spray that's lavender. I've got other sprays and lotions and things, and when I smell it, it just changes my mindset, you know what I mean? Because it's very stressful dealing with the fallout. I would say it's like a nuclear blast. The fallout is worse than what you thought was drama. The fallout, fucking, it's unimaginable, and it goes on and on and on as you find out more things being exposed. It's like one thing gets detonated, then another, then another, then another, and you just want it to stop. You're like, I don't want to know anymore. Please don't tell me any more things that this person's done to me or anyone else, because I can't. I feel like I'm going crazy. Do you know what I mean? It's just really upsetting. So you're being encouraged to use plants in a medicinal way to try to relax, to try to click yourself out of certain, stress levels, mindsets. Obviously, in combination with finding other people to talk to, because everyone's associated somehow with a narcissist or has been the victim of a narcissist or knows someone who's been the victim of a narcissist. There won't be judgment. You'll be really surprised. You'll be embarrassed to tell them things, and I'll be careful about who you tell. But some people, they'll just make you feel normal again. You'll feel like you've grabbed onto a life raft and you've got loads of stuff off your chest, and it'll be really dramatic for you and an ordeal to like reveal stuff, but then you'll think, I'm going to be okay. Do you know what I mean? It's when you're keeping it all to yourself and you feel like you can't tell anyone because, if you tell the wrong people in work, you can't say it in a staff room or, in an office because people are going to hear and they're going to gossip about it in a negative way. But if you've befriended someone and you feel like you can trust them or they've let on that they've dealt with a narcissist, then it's kind of safe to. Or, if you've known someone for many years and they're already a confidant, family, like open up to them because they'll just be glad that you've woken up to it all. If anything, they'll have been fucking worried behind the scenes, like, and they've probably dealt with someone like that, and they'll just be ready. They'll be so ready to talk to you about it and be there for you, and they won't judge you. They'll just be like, "Don't worry, you're not the first, and you won't be the last." And let me tell you about something that happened to me, and this is how you get free. And then you just on social media and everything, and your phone, you block their phone number and anyone connected to them. You've got to, even if you feel like a bitch or a bastard doing it, you've got to. It's like a cancer. You got to chop it all out. Your destiny is intertwined with the stars. Okay, so something that is beautiful is on its way. Okay, and it isn't this, but it's coming. A magical moment will change everything. Be ready. A mystical force is guiding you. Trust in its wisdom. Okay, so you may get a bad vibe about this person, or you may start to see some things that you're like, I'm not happy with that. Actually, that's really like crossing a line. Or there could have been a few things that were crossing a line. Yeah, trust your gut. What's your body telling you? If you feel nervous, if you feel like you're walking on eggshells, if you can see a genuine pattern of like drama every few months, every few weeks, it'll escalate until you do something to get out of it, okay, and get away from it. If they're never good for money, if they're trying to rush you into stuff, or certain things don't add up, question it, and it's the people that are close to them. If you ask them on a level, they will tell you the truth. Okay, but they've probably had to play happy families because this is what this person wants. They want all the characters to play their parts. Okay, they want all the actors to be on stage, and pull the puppet strings. And these people have been dancing this dance since day dot. You'll find that this person's always been like this from childhood. And these people constantly have to play ball because when they don't, things get smashed up. Okay. There's shouting, there's screaming, there's things getting smashed up. So that they're walking on eggshells and they can't change the situation anyway. Um, I'm going to get you a mindful message because I just think you're dealing with a lot at the moment. If this is resonating for you and Spirit gives advice to people who need it the most, so sorry if it's not resonating, but if it is, I'm going to get you an advice card. Get focused. To attract what I want, first I get clear on what it is that I desire. I envision it for a minute or more every day, feeling how it would feel to have this in my life, what I would do, how I'd react, and who I'd tell. I picture it all. Through my continual alignment with my desires, they begin to flow into my physical reality in divine timing. All right, and you've got fortune cards saying that that's what's written in the stars for you is still on its way. Okay, you will be fine. All right, take care, Cancer. Been there, done that, okay, got the postcard. You'll be fine. Doesn't feel like you will, but you will. Take care. If you like this reading, if you found it helpful, please like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, send it to anyone that you know is going through this right now. Give me a hype, support the channel. It's a fairly new channel. I started it a year ago. Trying to get to 4,000 watch hours. I am going to be stopping for a little while so that I can have something to eat and, you know, go to the bathroom, have a little bit of a walk around, have a break, and then I'll be back on to do the next 4 signs, okay? I think a lot of, like, why this carries on for so long is you don't want to think that something's going to be over, but then it gets so awful that you want it over, but you're embarrassed, or you're like, I want my money back. Do you know what I mean? So it often goes on for longer than you actually want it to, and the person refuses to give up on you. But if they know that everyone knows in your family, and you know, it's out and you've spoken about it, and suddenly they haven't got everyone wrapped around the finger, that helps. Exposing is the answer, okay? Often people don't, because they just feel fucking stupid. They feel so embarrassed and like, how did I do this? But I swear now, everyone around you already knows. They already got onto it ages ago. And they'll be so ready to have that conversation with you, and so ready to help you and tell you what's happened to them, because you're never far away from a narc. Most people have come out the other side of it years ago, and they're just, you know, they've got that experience to give you. Like, if they're a lot older, that's obviously more likely, but you can have someone the same age as you. Like I said, someone in my work was the same age as me, and she was like, told me a couple of things, and then I thought, I can tell her, do you know what I mean? Because she'd sort of like, you can sense, can't you? And then I told my parents, and they'd dealt with someone like that, and it'll go better than what you think, and you'll get your sanity back. Right, I'm going to turn off, and I'll be back in a little while. Okay.